Peace. Damn. Good. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now, I kind of want to do one of those somewhat an open discussion type of style. Not say open discussion, but just, may bounce around from subject to subject. So, that's my disclaimer before the video. But I want to speak on how you have to become what you are looking for, and I wanna talk on it in terms of dealing with manifestation of money, and dealing with relationships, or dealing with manifestation of your twin flame, or that person you're looking for. But you know, say for instance in a relationship situation, we all sitting there looking for like I gotta find the one, or this is that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not about necessarily finding the one for you as much as it is you becoming the one first and then attracting the one you're looking for. Because, say, for instance, right now on my growth, I notice, like, say, for instance, some of you, male or female, where you look at somebody and you're like, man, I kind of want to talk to them or say something, but you got like something with your confidence level where you're feeling like you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? In essence, like I want to, but they probably looking for a person that owns a business, or they looking for a person that's this and that. But it's just something that kind of holds you back from, and reason being, because that's your inner being, knowing that you have more to grow to attract that person that you really want to attract. And part of that feeling inside you is dealing with that, like when you come across that person, like, or like, say for instance, like a supermodel looking person. It's like, and you degrade yourself, not say degrade yourself, but you, in your mind, you feel like, I don't know if I could get them, or if I could, that because you're not vibrating on the frequency. You know what I'm saying? Because once you vibrating on the frequency, then it's gonna become like, well, in fact, well, you may not even be paying attention to them. Well, again, like, you're gonna be vibrating on the frequency. So just like how a person on that frequency may not, they just living their life and not necessarily looking for the one. That's how it's gonna happen in your life. So once you pick up, and become the one you're looking for, y'all just gonna gravitate towards each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like that with all situations. You know what I'm saying? Whether, again, with abundance, relationships, not just like love relationships, companionships, but relationships like friendships, things of this nature, business relationships, is all about being what you're trying to attract. Because, say for instance, when I'm in the mode of lack of confidence, uh, always just sitting around, and there's no knock at nobody who does it, because I once done this myself. But like when whenever I'm vibing in that mode of wanting to just sit around and smoke and, oh yeah, just chill and run it with the fellas, so, let's say, you know what I'm saying? Well, then you vibing on that vibration, and you're not attracting those people who would, want to have a business meeting with you. Like, like, you can't attract the person that's like universal frequencies. Like, man, let's meet up somewhere and discuss some business. Over a meal at this nice restaurant or whatever. Now you don't get that because you're not vibing on that level. You vibing on the, you on your stoner, you on your stoner vibration. So you missing, your opportunities in essence. I ain't gonna say it like that because everything is happening for a reason. So if you're in a certain place, you're in a certain place for a reason. But but in essence, you're missing out. Are you because you're occupied by that vibration, you're not being able to occupy the vibration of your soul purpose, of the, that being that you really want to be, or that you truly feel that you are. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about, being first. And then back to the relationship situation where we like, man, I just looking for that twin flame, looking for the one. Man, it's, don't look, everything manifests and comes to you. Just be. You know what I'm saying? Because, say for instance, and it's a mixture of like with me dealing with my vibration, whenever I'm vibrating in my business mode, this and that, then say for instance the people on that level are gravitating towards me and I'm gravitating towards them. Whenever I feel like a lack of confidence or something of that nature that might kick up, then then I'm on that level. It's and think of being on these different vibrational frequencies as being on different dimensions. You know, because when you're in the dimension of the Whopper Junior dimension, when you're eating the meat and the burgers and the cheap stuff, then your lifestyle falls into that dimension. And when you're in that dimension, you can't perceive how a person runs a business because that's a whole different dimension. You on a whole different vibration. Like you on a dollar burger vibration, so you can't even your mind can't fathom on how a millionaire does what they does and do all because you're on a whole different dimension. But say for instance, once you start meditating this and that, like oh damn, it's easy to become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes start opening up because you're getting closer to that dimension or closer to that realm. And that's just on all levels. It's about the vibration. If you want love to come into your life, show love and give love. One of the most important things with the money manifestation is not just visualizations and affirmations. What kind of energy you putting out? Money is energy. Are you putting out the type of energy you're trying to get back? You get what you put out. So right now you find yourself like in a financial rut. You feel like things are moving a little slow. And two, and it's about genuine giving too, because you could also just be giving like, all right, see universe, look, I just gave this. All right, what a blessing that. Oh, look, I just gave this. What a blessing that. And that's not genuine giving, so nothing gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if anything, you'll get the same vibration. Somebody that's looking to give off a condition, like but you have to be on that certain vibe, that certain vibration, so that money comes to you as much as you give it out. You know. As a matter of fact, I'm so glad I'm back raising out my vibration to that point of where or like handing out crystals, tipping, just like all like and it feels so good too, man. It feels great to just like money ain't a thing, and you realize it too, because I bet you a lot of people, in hindsight, and that's why you don't, you just do you and don't worry about other people. But in hindsight, people probably, are from a certain point of view, outside looking in, people will probably think like I got, and which I do have a lot of spiritual abundance. I do have a lot of financial abundance too, you know. But people, I'm pretty sure, see me and would think that it's all manifested right now. You know what I'm saying? It's manifesting right now, but I'm watching my words. But you know what I'm saying? Like you would think, like, oh, yeah, you must be, and then they got people with all kind of money that's just like tight, and I know with that being said, you're probably wondering like, well, how those people get through default of whether you push through it, like say for instance how the law of attraction brings things to you, but some people could say for instance still do the physical work, like kind of like where you could either draw a door and walk through it, or you could try to punch your way through the wall. You're gonna get to the other side regardless, but you know what I'm saying, I would rather not punch the wall to get through it, you know what I'm saying, so it'll be much more easier. But things come to you more easier vibrating on that uh on that frequency. Matter of fact, kind of forgot my last point I was speaking on, but we'll keep it moving. Because again, it's just all about I know I was somewhat talking on the subject of money, you know. Oh, and how people, like, well, Corey, they got people out there with bread, and I know they're not following those rules. Well, they may not, but you don't know. Again, the deepness of what's going on in their situation. They probably miserable as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's going on. Or they had to grind their way all the way to the top, or Pops gave them a little simple 10 million loan, $10 million loan just to start your little business. You know, those little nonchalant loans that some people get. But you know, it's through them pushing through. But for the most part, the way the universe works, you know, you get what you put out. You know what I'm saying? If you if you looking for, again, if you're looking for the one, then you gotta be the one. And think about this too. Don't feel bad like, oh man, I gotta be the one first. Man, the universe doing you a favor because it's saying like, you know, I want you to, you know, be, attract the partner that you really, really want and that you really, really, would love. But in order to do that, you gotta vibrate on the frequency, of your true self, of your soul self, and align with your soul purpose, and then that person will come. Because the reason why, like, for the most part, because of that rule, the reason why most people divorce and not staying together is because it's, it's somewhat forced relationships. You know what I'm saying? You didn't turn yourself into the one, so by that you kind of got people, that met you on the level that you was on, and the reason why you dissatisfied or things didn't work out is because your heart truly desired something else, but you just settled, to have sex, like, what I'm saying, like, oh man, I gotta have. So, and I realized that in the past, like how, just in general humanity, how we would just, have these little relationships just to have sex, and it's like, like, and then now you done had sex, and now it's like, oh, all right, this ain't working out. And it's like, you don't really make it to the one like that, or you don't really manifest the one into your life until you line up and be the one yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's when, you're gonna be sitting at the little restaurant and like, oops, excuse me, and somebody bumped into you, and then you look and y'all like lock eyes, and it's like y'all both just feeling it, like you the one, you know what I'm saying? But that because you became the one, that because in that moment, you know, you were the person, like, and that's the thing, like, I'm being the entrepreneur that I'm, dealing with my soul purpose. I'm being the being that I came down here on earth to be. And the more I become that, the more I'm vibrating on that frequency to attract the one twin flame, for that's vibrating on the same frequency as me. Or I'm gonna attract that that synchronicity with those people, what I'm saying, that's gonna help things flourish on a business level, what I'm saying? But just on all levels, it's about your vibration. Like, if something going on outside you, you should never look to analyze the things outside you. If something bothers you with your physical surroundings, and look at yourself and say, all right, what am I thinking about? What's on my mind? What signals I'm sending the universe? Because that's another thing too. Not what you're consciously manufacturing in your brain, but feel your emotions. Like, cause say for instance, you could say, oh man, I'm gonna make a lot of money today, this and that, but then quietly and emotionally in your subconscious is like, I don't think we're gonna make a lot of money. Like, then it's what your subconscious is. So as much as you try to push and say I am abundance, this and that, it's not gonna go with you. You have to feel it emotionally. But again, I kind of matter of fact, and I learned something about that, dealing with losing my, where I was on certain subjects and stuff like that, because as you're channeling information, or you just, you're dishing out information, you're so focused. I made a video about this, but you're so focused on, like, bringing the information down, deciphering, getting it together, and then speaking on it. And you're doing this all in split seconds. You know what I'm saying? I have to keep up with this as I'm talking, because I gotta channel this information fast enough to keep y'all in this new short attention span age, you know what I'm saying? I gotta try to pump this channels out quick, but like as I'm doing that, I lose. Or what was my point? You know what I'm saying? I realized that making a point is so much of like the humanity part of talking. Like the real part of expressing yourself is just expressing yourself. Like let the channel come through. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like duh, 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 and this was my point. Like when them channels flow through, you just like, and I seen it from other people who have a lot of spiritual knowledge, and it made me feel like at ease, because at one point I'm like, man, like why I just keep like, and when it happened to me when I wasn't smoking, like brain clear everything, but I was running on a certain subject and getting in it, and I was like, wait, where I started with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, where this all started? But it's because you're so into the moment, so into the channels in the moment. You're not trying to, because that's the thing. Your your mind is not going to allow you to hold on to that point you're trying to make and bring in all these channels, because in a lot of cases too, the higher your vibration is to a certain extent, and then too without grounding energy, because that's my, the thing I work on. Without that grounding, like it's like a bunch of electricity, a bunch of knowledge, all that just shooting at once, and it's overwhelming. And you gotta take all that overwhelmingness, crunch it down, put it into our boo-boo language, and then deliver it. You know what I'm saying? So my apologies, whenever I do have those little moments of like forgetting where I was, but it just comes with the territory. But just making sure I cover all these points and just cover it, genuinely just talking from the heart. But to touch on each one of the subjects again, and that's the thing too, it'll come back to me if it's meant. But don't look for the one, you want to become the one. We're not out here looking for our twin flames and searching for our soul mates and things of this nature, in which, the soulmate twin flame, your twin flame is more, in which both you do realize your twin flame and your soulmate. Soulmates is could be someone other than just your partner. A soulmate could be brother or sister that been traveling with you throughout a bunch of lifetimes, you know what I'm saying? But the twin flame is more of like your counterpart. Like, so, if you're a male, your feminine counterpart. If you're female, your male counterpart. Kind of like how all these beings, all these like all the deities of the past always had like a male female consort, like kind of like twins, the twin flames. You had a male female aspect to represent this energy, you had a male female aspect to represent this energy, and so on. So your twin flame is that, and also y'all come from a bigger, like, say for instance, just like how your soul is one drop off of the big ocean that your higher self is. Same thing with twin flames. Your twin flame is basically, and if you want to be technical with it, your twin flame is you, you know. And in essence, you could say the soulmate too. I know for sure the twin flame, but the soulmate, you know, is you in essence. But I would say more the soulmate is more of like your the bigger, like a part of your bigger soul family, like, you know what I'm saying? But which a soul family is a part of that one bigger organism in essence. So soul family, twin flames, all that is almost like consorting with yourself in essence, you know what I'm saying? It's a extension, because think about it too like this: if a soul is so big, it could only fit, you know what I'm saying, so much of its being into, one of these small vessels. That's why they used to have giants, truly, like, bigger people back in the day, because they had, they were pulling in more energy, so they needed a bigger physical vessel to harness all that energy. But so say for instance, like in comparison, like, so a 40-foot being, let's say a 40-foot being could have like so like how we're now in these days where, all right, so 5 or 6 people's, souls or inner being could fit into that one 40-foot person. So like a 40-foot person from back in the day had like like the equivalent of like what 5 people is today, within that one vessel, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it goes, it's pulling down that energy. So the more, the more vessels, the bigger. But yeah, twin flames, all that is basically like the extension of yourself, and that's why the twin flame situation is just like, matter of fact, when you come across a twin flame, it's gonna be like, it's almost like you just met yourself, and it's gonna feel like, like it's no words, like for genuine real connections, man, especially on the soulful spiritual level, man, it's about vibration. It's about not a word being said physically, but all the words just being said by the look and the vibration, where you could just feel like, like where you could feel that y'all both saying you the one. Like you ever had that? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty. If you're not with your twin flame, I'm pretty sure you might not never had it like that. But then two, I did hear of this. You know what I'm saying? I heard from someone else, haven't really let it sit to see how I feel, but it feel like it could be true because we all got different missions and doing different things on Earth. As far as like what we came down to do and how we doing it. But like you may have more than one twin flame, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like down here in this lifetime. You know, in other lifetime, maybe just one. There's some lifetime where you never even met, and in most cases, that's what we be doing too, traveling through lifetimes. Is like Erica Badu. I guess I see you next lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like next lifetime, I catch it. If I didn't catch it this one, we'll meet in the next one. But that's that twin flame. That's just like y'all like smaller extensions of a bigger soul. You know what I'm saying? Here on Earth, and the reason why y'all match up so good is because y'all from that, that bigger being. But you gotta be the one to attract the one you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people that we like to sit at home and like, oh man, Rihanna, I'm just thinking of names, Beyonce. I don't even want to do this. Cause what's funny? Cause now, cause I'm around, like I feel a vibration. I'm gonna be around some of these people. I'm kind of watching how I, use some of their names. So I'm watching how, but you know what I'm saying. But uh, what I was gonna say, yeah, you see all these people like you see on TV, and you're like, oh yeah, I really. But you gotta be the one to attract those people. You know what I'm saying? Like so, in order to get the one that you're really looking for, that you feel that you really want. And this another thing too. This is not no, in essence, no super visual lusty thing. Like your twin flame may not necessarily be like a model or this and that. But matter of fact, they'll be like a model in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's about the inner vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Because in most cases, 'cause I know in some cases for myself, like where I feel like in some cases, like bro, a female counterpart would really be nice right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just like in sexual relationship, but just in general, like that, just that other half to to balance. You know what I'm saying? Because I realize, like, and you'll start to realize like how you got a lot of things, going good, but it may be the one little area, and it may be the type of area that that the twin flame specialize in that could help. You know what I'm saying? We see it in relationships all the time in essence where like where say for in some cases it'll be the woman dealing with the money where the man like I only spend so much, the wife watch the bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that mayat, that balance, the masculine and feminine balance. You got it within your physical, but then we also, manifest it physically through different people also. But become the one that you want to attract. That's the moral to the story. And again, with with abundance, same thing. Be that abundant person. Be that millionaire right now. Be that person that's like, oh man, here a tip. In fact, here $2, $3, $4. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not vibing on that vibration, then the things that vibrate on that frequency is not gonna come to you because you're vibing on a different frequency. You gotta raise the vibration. And the same thing with relationships with people. I also made a video about that a while back, that you can attract the relationships that's meant for your sole purpose if you're still holding on to past relationships that don't serve you or don't better your soul or your being. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna sit and waste away, in those relationships that's not beneficial to you. You gotta move out of that so you could end up opening up, so you could go from just chilling every day and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Again, no slack. you know, to meeting with the people that you're supposed to meet with. You know what I'm saying? And this is not like cause I know sometimes when speaking on success or doing what your sole purpose, it's not necessarily making you famous person or a lot of money or none of it. In essence, it just being your true self, your true soulful self. But I can't say by default though, when you following your dreams, when you're being your true soulful self and you're aligned with your soul purpose, the abundance come because when you lined up with your soul purpose, you become the abundance that you are. You realize it and recognize it and you embody it. So that's why it comes to you on that level. And that's why we may correlate, the sole purpose and successful or a lot of money or business it just kind of comes with the territory. But nah, whatever your sole purpose may be, you know it ain't necessarily always a quote unquote glamorous position. But that's basically it. Attracting the relationships you want, attracting the type of financial abundance you want, spiritual abundance, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be that person. Because whenever I would get in those modes of like, oh man, that crystal too expensive, or then I would attract and vibrate on this crystal is too expensive type of people. Just reality, just facts, you know what I'm saying? Oh, another thing, dealing with my jewelry, the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Where when I'm not feeling abundant or I'm like looking more at the money than the service of what I'm doing or the love of what I'm doing, and the money moves slow, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm focused on the money. But whenever I'm just focused on sharing and love and like the high vibrations of the situation, things just start flowing. You know what I'm saying? And I attract customers that vibrate, you know, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling uncertain, then the customer is uncertain about buying a bracelet. You know what I'm saying? Because also I see that in some form of fashion, you do kind of you attract. I ain't gonna say you attract your old self, but because say for instance on my growth, moving away from my old self, and then in some cases teetering that line where I would grow out of it, but then kind of fall back into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that little relationship with myself creates that relationship outside me with people. So a person that's like, I don't know about buying, or this and that, that's because of myself. You know what I'm saying? But whenever I'm just in the flow of just like doing what I do, I'm not even worried about, like, I'm just making my jewelry and like, all right, no sale, all right, cool, la 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 la. Then bam, all of a sudden, you know, it just floods through. Cause I could also tell like through the way my jewelry sell on where a person's mind is at, dealing with, purchasing it. Like what some people this is just example. Like, all right, they know, a person knows that I want them to buy something quick. Let's say, but let's just say they kind of feel it upon themselves to say, you know what, I'm gonna take my time. I'm not going, even though it say to pay fast, so I'm gonna just take my time, this and that. And then so, bam, they see something they want, comment on it. They like, you know what? I don't really have to send the money right now. I'm just, bam, cool. It's waiting, and then bam, somebody else done picked it up. You know what I'm saying? And then now that person was, oh man, I had my eyes on that one, this and that. Well, the universe makes sure everyone gets what they want. See, just knowing that. So when a person don't line up with something that they so say wanted like that, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? That's for all. I'm not excluding myself. That's for all of us. Matter of fact, when I speak on these universal laws, I'm not excluded from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm right there in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely about where you're vibrating. That's what you attract. So those aspects of people that's, I'm still attracting, you know, those lingering parts of myself, you know what I'm saying? And moving towards, you know what I'm saying, getting away from those old vibrations that was hindering me, but I see them manifested, through people or through, through some of the customers dealing with my jewelry, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I see my old self in that situation right there. Even down to where I recognize easily, because I used to do this a lot, so I can't, and which I had to catch myself, but like I used to do this a lot as far as like what people like, oh yeah, man, I want to buy some jewelry, I like your jewelry, or this and that, but it's more about the gesture than actually buying it. Like they just kind of want to, like, hey, man, I'm really looking at a piece, man, I'm about to buy, like, and like I said, I used to be that way, it's like your heart is in the right place, but because your vibration is not in a certain place financially, it's like, all right, even though I got the money and may still spend it on other things, I really respect and love what you do. So, I'm gonna kind of give you the gesture of, man, I love your jewelry and I kind of want to buy one, but I'm not gonna buy one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's cool, but I used to do the same thing, man. Like go, pass by like little booths of people making stuff like that. Like, oh man, that's nice, man. I'm gonna have to get one next time I come around. And this is a annual a annual fair or something that only happen once a year. Like, yeah, man, next time I see y'all, man, I'm a cop one, man. So when I see it happening to myself, like be real with you, I just bust out laughing. Like, all right, cool. I'm like, that person will end up not getting the bracelets they wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't really want them in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told. Because I realized that about anything, like, man, if you really want it, you're gonna buy it in that moment. And if you really want it, you should buy it in that moment. Because so many times the universe done showed me, like, well, if I really wanted something and then come back around and it's gone, it's like, now is the vibrate right now. Them second chances, this and that. Matter of fact, with my braces, now the vibrate. Now I don't even use the amethyst beads as much, and now you kind of gotta wait till I bring it back again. It's like, but we all one organism, you know, just sending vibrational signals. Matter of fact, like little sound bites walking around, you know, but signals of vibration, attracting the vibration that we are on, you know. Whenever I was in a vibration where I was fearful of police, then that's all I was, It's like, oh, look at that cop on the corner. Look at this cop ready to hack somebody. Or look at, you know what I'm saying? But then, as I grew out of that and just like, oh, they don't even exist. As a matter of fact, I really don't even talk about them all. Even in conversation, I mess around, change the subject for sure, for sure. Like somebody going in, like, oh yeah, you hack up, and I'm like, oh, either man, let's tone it down a little bit, or let me remove myself from y'all conversation, or let me remove myself from this area so y'all can finish talking. I don't want to hear none of that, cause I don't. Matter of fact, my famous words is that universe don't exist. Like that don't exist in my universe. Like I don't believe that. Where is that? You know what I'm saying? Like money problems, all that. That don't exist in my universe. Like I done had to tell my moms one time, like, Mom, I'm sorry, we can't continue this conversation if we can't talk on abundance on a different level, on a level we should talk about it. On a more optimistic level, then we shouldn't talk about it at all. But that's about it. That's all I have to say about that. Matter of fact, I wonder if they try to hit me with a copyright for saying a Forrest Gump quote. I don't know. That come from a movie, not me. All of the hand gestures. But peace, y'all. Matter of fact, and just before I go, just remember to, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to attract or manifest, you have to become that vibration first, embody that vibration, and the rest gonna fall in place. You know, you want that beautiful model type woman who is on her stuff and and eating healthy and exercising this and that. Then you're not gonna attract her sitting around on a sofa drinking brews like, ha, boy, Stephen Curry better than LeBron James. You're not gonna, like Abraham Hicks said, you can't get there from there. You can't get there from there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready to be ready. You gotta be vibrating on that frequency. And then that model, male or female or whatever that person you're looking for. I just use that example. But whoever it is that you're trying to vibrate or attract or that you really want to be with, you gotta vibe on that right vibration. You gotta have your chakras aligned. Cause think about it like this. So say if in your mind, if you want, like I know in my mind, all right, I'm growing spiritual. I want to align all my chakras and everything. Eventually I'm gonna be eating completely healthy, this and that. If I know that in my mind, that I'm gonna fix all my chakras, but in the moment, say for instance, my chakras, not in alignment, but I attract, or I'm looking for opposite. I'm looking for a female. I should know that. All right, this female I'm attracting in this moment while my chakras off, I'm not gonna end up probably being with her, forever because I attracted her with my chakras off, so her chakras off. So unless she growing, unless ironically in some kind of way she's your soulmate that you're gonna grow with, you know what I'm saying? You attracted somebody whose chakras off too, and eventually it's not gonna last. But if you get to the point where you was talking about you was getting aligned your chakras and get where you at, then you're gonna attract the person that you was looking for. Y'all gonna be together forever and ever, and it's gonna be beautiful. But that's just my take. Not saying my take though. That is how the universe works. But but peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace.